Well, major changes are coming to Hibbing's old animal shelter now that it's considered an intake center. Northern News Now's Dominic Vitiello explains.
After numerous failed inspections for things like administrative work and building code under the previous nonprofit operator, the Hibbing Animal Shelter lost its license. Instead of closing altogether, the city, which owns the building the former shelter operated out of, is now shifting operations to be an animal intake center. Candy Sepola, the Hibbing deputy administrator, says it's important work to continue.
We do it because it's a necessity, and we want to make sure that our animals are taken care of.
With the shelter losing its license, it's no longer a shelter anymore. It's an intake, which pulls back on what they're able to do. They can no longer take surrendered animals. It's really only those found as strays or brought in by animal control, and limits the animal's stay to 5 days. But city officials say that they will do whatever they can to get animals like Clyde here adopted and find a forever home.
Can go to a rescue, we can send them there. If Virginia or Ely or Grand Rapids, if they're full, we do have other outlets to bring them to, which it can go all the way down to the Minneapolis area.
The 5-day period can also be extended if needed, and euthanizations is not being looked at. Other changes include no longer vaccinating animals or providing veterinary care when received unless deemed necessary. Sepola says the city has remedied the violations list and looks to receive new nonprofit proposals to hopefully bring a shelter back into the space. While it is a need, in the end, it's city council's decision.
At the end of the day, they don't have a voice, so we need to be their voice.
Reporting in Hibbing, Dominic Vitiello, Northern News Now.
Dominic, thank you. Now, we also reached out to Virginia and Chisholm's animal shelters to ask if they're prepping for an increase in rescues and their thoughts on the intake facility. They declined to comment at this time. Now, we will continue to update you with the council's decision.